The problem is either in the sensor or the wires from the ICU to the sensor. Now we can use the Diagnose mode to check this possibility. When you click on the Diagnose button, the logged diagnostic trouble codes are loaded from the ICU. You see the code, an active status for existing shorts or opens, an inactive status for past or intermittent shorts or opens, a brief description of the code, and how many times that fault has been logged. When you move the cursor over the description, a more detailed explanation of the code pops up. We can see there's an active short in the rear axle oil temperature sensor. This means there could be a pinched wire, water in the connector, or the sensor itself is bad.
Well, one of the big features of ESA is the ability to interface with ServiceNet. There is on the left-hand side of the screen, there is an icon. If you click on that, it'll take you directly to ServiceNet. This means that you don't have to go find somebody else's computer and log in and get up ServiceNet to get all the information that you need to troubleshoot that vehicle. Typically, you would use ServiceNet to find out component locations like sensors and connectors, connector pinouts, and troubleshooting information about those particular devices.
While you're still in the Diagnose mode, you can access ServiceNet. After you enter your password, you can search for the trouble code you're researching and find the latest service information. You can also access diagrams to help you find the harness, connectors, and sensor locations. The next troubleshooting step leads us under the truck, where we can disconnect the sensor's connector. Since the laptop is still connected through the wireless link to the ICU, we can see the result of unplugging the connector. This indicates that the short is not in the wiring harness and is in the sensor itself. We simply have to replace the sensor and retest. Now that we've replaced the sensor, both trouble codes are inactive and our gauge is now working. We should clear the DTCs. Switch the ignition key off, then back to the on position. This reloads the trouble codes from the ICU. Notice no DTCs are present.